Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole.
What's up, Butterfly?
Hey, Firefly, what's going on?
Well, so today somebody said something to me the other day, and it made me want to play. You know how we play devil's advocate a lot?
Yeah. Well, I like to play devil's advocate.
It's kind of like that movie with Al Pacino
Yeah.
and Keanu.
Mm-hmm.
So you like to play devil's advocate, and you like to just
I
kind
like
of
I like to consider both sides of
consider both
yeah.
sides. So I was talking with one of my Trump supporter friends,
Mm-hmm. Look at the
and
wins.
yeah, and I respected. Well, so in the wake of the Good Samaritan in Minneapolis,
Yes.
in the wake
Which
of
we
that,
talked about in our previous episode.
yes. So in the wake of the lesbian trying to stop the ICE raid, um, there's a lot of talk of civil war, right? So, a lot of people are going, dude, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's just go to war. It's like violence. Come on. So I don't think that's the way forward, truthfully. I
Yeah.
think that's what the puppet masters want.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The puppet masters want everyone to get violent.
I think they've been wanting that for a long
They
time.
want
And
that so bad.
they're probably like surprised that it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. Because people have so much soma. They're like, well, I don't get agitated that easily.
Yeah, people have been drugged down for so long. It's not like, during like the Civil War time or
Yeah.
Revolutionary War where people were like, yeah, like the men were like,
Dude,
let's,
people are subdued. Like, I don't
yeah,
think anything could compel people to be violent these
I
days.
don't think so
They'll just
either.
submit to,
Unless maybe you take away their Teslas and
even then, they're
their
just like,
Netflix.
"Whoa." I mean, these people, they don't have a violent bone in their body.
Yeah.
But, anyways, so I'm talking with this guy, and he's saying, well, the left's going to get violent. Here's what's going on. And I start telling him, uh, Trump is a puppet of the you know who's,
Hmm.
you know?
But if you ask ChatGPT, it says no.
No,
ChatGPT is a you know who.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
you gotta
He
be
helps
careful.
me with lots
It
of,
helps you with
like
techie stuff.
pragmatic tech stuff. He's
Yeah,
good, but don't talk to him about politics because he's
yeah.
like, excuse me, definitively, no. It's like, well, you don't know. You don't know,
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
He's like, that thing was not orchestrated by Satan. We
No,
fact checked that, and that's
Bilderberg was not started by Satan. No, come on. Now, did you need help with some other technical things,
Did you need
or
help turning on
yeah,
your computer?
come on.
I can do that.
Yeah. So, anyways, and I do, dude, I love ChatGPT for pragmatic, like rational, like step by steps for very complicated workflows that I'm doing because I'm doing we're doing our own podcast.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of technical aspects to it.
I know. I don't know. I still don't trust
Well, we
ChatGPT.
don't trust it, but it's
I
nice
don't,
guide. It's a
I
nice guide.
know. And it's always very reassuring. It's always like, oh, don't worry, you did nothing wrong. I'm like,
Don't
dude,
worry.
I know I didn't do anything wrong. Why do you
Yeah,
keep telling me that?
don't beat yourself up.
It's designed for walkers who get
like
they get really flustered about everything and they're ripping their hair out. So ChatGPT is there to settle them
I
down.
start going down
Here,
a downward spiral.
take some more soma. Don't worry. You're
My
okay.
USB didn't work. No, no. He's like, calm down. It's not your fault. So, anyways, ChatGPT does not think that Trump is a puppet of the you know who's, but I still do.
Well, let's
But
go
hold
down
on.
a different route.
So,
Okay.
what my friend was saying was, no, no, no. You don't understand. Trump is a dark horse. That was the word he used.
Okay.
So, what Trump is going to show himself to be is this is the narrative that some Q people are still kind of holding out.
Okay.
Trump is going to prove himself to be the champion of the American people and the savior of America, essentially.
Let's go down the dark horse rabbit hole.
So, if
Okay.
we're going to assume that Trump is actually going to come to the rescue and he's going to save us from the baddies, right?
Hmm.
So, what's the first thing that we have to kind of assume is true if that's the case? If he's actually a good guy,
And he might be. That's the rabbit hole we're going down today, right?
He might be.
So
And I hope he is.
we have to assume
I don't
that
think he is, but I hope he is.
we have to assume that he is holding his cards close to his chest,
Holding his cards close to his chest. So what do we
right?
mean by that? Like he is cozying up with Benjamin Netanyahu.
In order to it's like he's keeping his enemies close, right?
That's right. That's what they say.
Yeah,
It's like an art of war type tactic
yeah,
where you keep your enemies close so they think you're their friend. So you keep things
nicey nicey.
nicey, and it's copacetic,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we're getting along, but in meantime, we're doing totally pro-America
5D chess.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
which okay, so
So he's lining all this stuff up in order to get these other big things accomplished.
so what did he do with Israel since he has been president, even taking his first term into consideration? So he sent Jared over there.
So this could be a special move too. This would mean that he not only is cozying up with Israel in order to, get close and be able to let some of these things play out, but he has gone a step further by setting his daughter up with one of those people from that country from 1948 who has like major ties to bigwigs over there because his
Let's
father,
unpack him
yeah,
for a
let's
sec.
unpack him.
Charles,
Charles, Jared's father, um, is a big wig real estate developer who was in and who coincidentally was the son of parents who survived the Holocaust. They were some of those six
they were one
million.
of the 6 million people,
Yeah.
of course.
Um, but his dad is also some big real estate developer, just like Trump. And he's tied to some fraud that he went to federal prison for.
Yeah, so it wasn't like he was accused of fraud.
He actually served
He
time,
was found guilty
found
in a court of
guilty,
law and went to jail for a long time.
but
Trump,
pardoned him.
so Trump pardons him.
Yeah. So
Nothing fishy about that,
he was probably going to be locked up for a long time if he had to get pardoned.
which
Right.
is kind of surprising. I can't believe you can get locked up for financial crimes. I
Oh.
thought that they just let Wall Street do whatever they want, but apparently he must have done it when a time when we still had um, the Securities and Exchange Commission. That's who regulates Wall Street. They must have been actually doing their job.
Yeah. Or maybe there was more to the story.
Or maybe his fraud was so widespread that they just couldn't even cover it up.
Yeah.
He was probably just kind of like the child care in Somalia, just full on like blatant graft, and he got caught.
So if Trump was going to go as far as he's got to keep these people close, so he marries his daughter off to a key player to be part of this plan.
So he pardons his dad,
Yeah.
and then Jared marries his daughter and becomes his like special envoy to the Middle East. And he
Mhm.
goes over there and he works with Israel on the Abraham Accords.
But maybe that was like to get this family member involved to send him over so he could be like giving him inside information.
So you're still looking at Dark Horse like
Well, this is the rabbit hole.
devil's advocate,
This is the
right?
rabbit hole we're going down, right?
So okay, so you're
Yeah.
thinking, okay, so what
So,
he's doing is so first of all, that's a big leap. You got to assume that Jared Kushner is a good guy and his heart's in the right place.
or maybe he's not necessarily a good guy, but Trump was basically willing to like hoe his daughter out in order to be to get like
Yeah.
sort of a spy.
So he's like,
So
honey, come here. I love you. I
but you're
want you
gonna
to
marry
go.
this guy.
You're gonna go marry this guy, but your job is not to like love him. You're gonna just report back to me on spy activities.
Hmm.
That's okay. So we're assuming that. And she's just on board. She's going totally for America. I'll do that.
Okay, daddy.
Plus, one thing that I have a hard time suspending my disbelief for this rabbit hole
Hmm.
is Jared Kushner looks like Sam Neill from The Omen too. He looks like the Antichrist. Like
Totally.
if you shaved his head, 666 is probably on his head.
Yeah.
So that makes me think that's so weird. Trump's cozy relationship with his dad and then pardons him.
Uh-huh.
And then his son is over there doing these Abraham Accords, where Abraham Accords, what are we brokering that for? Basically, that's like Israel's dicks. And the people, their neighbors hate them.
Hmm.
So they go down there and go, excuse me, let's kind of iron this out here.
Yeah, let's all be friends now.
Yeah, we're giving Israel 5 billion a year to attack you guys, but don't get mad.
Yeah, you guys be friends.
Come on now. So that's kind of weird. So, in order for these people to still believe that Trump is a dark horse, you got to kind of assume that all of that is just on the up and up.
It's all 5D chess. There's a plan in place.
It's 5D chess. He's got a plan in place. His daughter, he's using her as a spy. And then Jared Kushner is over there doing that. And that was all just keeping Israel copacetic. Now, the other thing is Operation Warp Speed.
Right. Because when you mention this to people, okay, there's two camps on this one.
Yes.
Two ways that this is defended. Either the people that totally still believe in the pokey pokes and they're like, oh, he saved millions of
He
lives.
saved millions of lives.
Yeah. But then there's the other camp. Those are the people that were against the pokey pokes. And you say, but look at why did he like push these this Operation Warp Speed and he still brags about it? They say, oh, he had to do that because the country would have just been it would have just like collapsed. The economy was in ruins and he had to get people back to work. And
He had to get people back to work.
so many people just wouldn't get on with their lives unless they thought that there was a pokey poke. And so Trump knew that this was like, it was just kind of like, collateral damage, but he had to
I've
get
even
people
heard
back.
people say, "Oh no, they were going to kill him. That he had to. They were going to kill
Oh,
him."
really? There's another
Yeah,
argument for
it
that.
was he. There was no
So
choice.
he was willing to put out some dangerous thing
Yeah,
because to save his own.
check
That's,
this.
I don't know if that's something in his
The
defense.
inserts have nothing on them, but it's so I don't get killed. So okay, so now that's two big things that you kind of just have to kind of go, "Whoa, Trump is playing 4D chess there."
That reminds me, that's funny because I have a friend who told me they probably threatened his family.
They threatened his
They threatened
family.
his
Come
family.
on.
They were going to kill
You
Melania.
need to be realistic about these things. No, no. You know what? When you go say that I'm going to run for president, you say, let's get it on. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If a real president with balls took over, he would have said, no, I'm not doing this. I don't know what's in these things. It's not tested and we don't need them. We're going back to work. And if you get sick, you get quarantined. That was the appropriate tact. But
He's still bragging about it.
he's bragging, I can save millions of lives. So, and then we fast. It's called warp speed because we got these vaccines. We got them pushed through the FDA in a matter of weeks when it usually takes 10 years.
Mhm.
So that was a lie. We know that was a lie. That Anthony Fauci already had them locked and loaded back in '99.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of kind of putting blinders on in order to go down this dark horse thing. But I wanted to believe it
Okay.
because you know why? Because if he is this dark horse, then that's a light. He's like a light that we can have
He's
hope
our
in.
savior.
And I think that's what it is. Because remember the one lady when you started questioning Trump, what did she say? She goes,
Everything's just too scary, and I don't want to go back to that. And
no,
I'm just doom and gloom, and
it's too doom and
I can't
gloom.
go back to that scary point in
Just
time.
put on blinders and think that Trump is just a dark horse and he's actually in charge. That's the better thing to do.
Mhm.
And just trust Trump.
Yeah.
Trust Trump.
Trust the plan.
Trust the plan.
Yeah.
This is all part of the
The
plan.
white hats are in control.
And then they always threw out this here. So here's another one. Let's assume that he's the dark horse. So we got a devil's advocate this.
Okay.
Trump's saving Israel for last. You heard this
Oh,
one?
yeah.
He's saving Israel
Yeah.
for last. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We're going to let them expand to Venezuela. We're going to let them expand to Greenland. We're going to let them just kill a bunch of Gazans. And we're going to let them control our medical industry, our Hollywood, our media, our
Our
schools,
big
and our
shawarma.
government and our big shawarma. We're going to allow that to happen for a little while. He's waiting till last. So that's not like a priority that we have to take care of right now. We allow them to just completely rule everything, but it's all part of the plan.
Mhm.
Just sit back. Don't understand. I'm gonna just take everything back all of a sudden. I'm gonna snap my fingers and it's gonna be Nasera Visera.
When everything is completely out of control, then I'll take it all
That's
back.
the timing. And then I've talked with people and I go, well, okay, so Joe Biden's already been killed. That's his body double. Yes.
Yeah,
Anthony Fauci's already been killed. That's his body double. Yes.
they're all everybody's
Gruesome
been
Newsom, he's already been executed.
everybody's been sent to Guantanamo Bay and everybody's been
So
executed.
why do they let their body doubles just kind of keep wreaking havoc in our lives?
Yeah,
Well,
shouldn't if they're dead, shouldn't like those people be like crossed off the list? You know what I
no, 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 no. They have to stay in place with the body double because we got to wait for the right time.
mean?
It's not time yet.
No.
Oh, so when is time?
Yeah.
How bad does it have to get? I guess it's not bad enough yet.
Yeah.
We have walkers everywhere. It's not bad enough.
Maybe it has to get so bad. You know how we've talked about like you said like what is it going to take for some people to wake up and realize, these things, and I told you people have to be personally affected before they
Yeah.
like will take action or actually
And personally affected,
realize.
I think, in a very specific way. They have to be financially, personally affected.
Mhm.
Because the only thing that really drives people's behavior is pain avoidance.
Mhm.
That's what I noticed today. There was times where people would be driven by, some people are driven by, I want to do the right thing. I'm inspired. That's a different kind of driving behavior. But most human behavior is pain avoidance.
Mm.
You start having your financial situation affected, your social credit score starts going down, and you're not popular. You're not getting invited to the barbecues to go play
Cornhole.
cornhole. You're not invited. That is going to really piss you off. And then you're going to be like, something has to change now. My Tesla just got repossessed. And because I was driving it, my balls have cancer. And now I'm not even invited to the cornhole parties. So now we need to look into this whole conspiracy thing.
Yeah. And also, not only does it have to affect somebody personally, it has to be very specific and definitive because if it's sort of like vague and they're not really quite sure where this problem came from, it still won't like make any difference. They won't have any
Yeah.
effect on them. It's got to be, it's like how these people are having all these like bizarre health problems now. And, like the athletes that are like dropping dead on the soccer fields and
Yeah.
stuff. And people are like, no, 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 that has nothing to do with like the pokey pokes because they can't like directly relate it because it didn't happen like 20 seconds after they were
Yeah.
injected. It happened like 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So it's like people need to have like a very specific thing happen that happens definitively, like where there's no argument that A caused B.
Well, it's kind of like Chat GPT. You go, but like, I Chat GPT, is Trump a puppet of Israel? No, no,
No, no, definitely
no,
not.
definitely not. Definitely not. Like, as
We have the
definitive
answer.
as, like, can my microphones work with this laptop? Yes. Is Trump a puppet of the you know who's? No, 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 no. These are definitive answers.
Exactly.
And then, so when I talk to people about my reading of the tea leaves,
Hmm.
a lot of people are not only dismissive of it, but kind of hostile to it.
They're
Like, oh
they're
my God, that's
they're
just
chat
ridiculous.
GPT-ish to
Yeah.
it.
Like they're convinced, like you've been lied to your whole life, but you're convinced that I'm absolutely wrong, though. That's the only thing you know. So there are a lot of when you watch a movie, have you ever heard this term suspend your disbelief?
Yeah.
So like when you watch the one I always say is John Wick.
Hmm.
So John Wick goes in and he kills all of the Russian mob in New York. And like there's like 7 or 8 different times where based on the choreography of the scene, there's no way he would have not gotten shot and killed.
Yeah.
So you go, he would have died right there.
Yeah.
Okay, but what do you do? If for the point of enjoying the movie, you suspend your disbelief. You have to do that pretty gnarly to believe that Trump is a dark horse. You have to really, really just like gallons of Kool-Aid, gulp it down. Because you have to get over the fact that Jared Kushner just is so weird. and he's married to his daughter. You have to get over the fact that Trump has this cozy relationship with Bibi Netanyahu. You have to get over the fact that we went over there and we've pretty much done everything Israel wants us to do. We've funded their massacre of Gazans.
Hmm.
We've given them carte blanche to do whatever they want in this country. There's been no like controls put on APAC controlling our Congress. So nothing's been done, and we did a moratorium on foreign aid, except for them.
Yeah.
So there's all of that, but we're supposed to believe that this is him just keeping them
Right.
close. He's taking care of them last.
And you know how they just like they sort of just created that country in 1948
Yeah,
by taking over that land?
yeah.
Um, is it too far-fetched to think that they have something to do with like this takeover of Venezuela and possibly
Yeah,
Greenland?
that seems
Like,
like a similar behavioral trait.
yeah,
Like if a guy likes to have sex with a girl and then once he finally has sex with her, dump her, and he keeps doing that, and you see that pattern,
it's their MO.
you might go, "Hey, that dude." Like, so now you're talking with the girl and she goes, I just started to have sex with this guy and he's so great. And you go, okay, well, I've known that guy for 20 years and I know that what he does is he talks women into bed. And then once he has them, he tosses them to the curb. And she goes, that's not going to happen with me.
Hmm.
It's like, well, he's kind of got a pattern
Yeah,
that he's kind of have you ever heard this term? The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior.
yeah.
Well, past behavior is those people from that country from 1948. They kind of just go, we're just going to take over here. And the people that are there, we're just going to either displace them or kill them. And that's just the way that it goes.
Yeah.
Because we're important and we have been promised by Satan that we're going to have the whole world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very similar to them just going in 1948 and saying, excuse me, we're going to live here now. You guys
And you
move over
people
there.
go away.
Have you ever seen the time lapse of their territory in the area?
No.
It started off with this little chunk, and then you go since the 1960s. It just goes boom, 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 boom,
It
boom. It just gets
spreads like
bigger
a
and bigger,
cancer.
like a cancer. So now they have this huge, it was always supposed to be like, well, we're not going to have that. No, we're not going to have that. But then they just keep kind of like what we did with the Indians,
Mhm.
like the Native Americans.
Mhm.
We just go, yeah, no, no, you guys have this reservation, but we need that oil. So you guys just go ahead and move over here. We're going to take that. But no, you guys can have that. Oh, but we can't have that either. We're just going to have to exterminate you. That's kind of how they do. And that's what's going on. It's a colonization.
Right.
And Greenland and Venezuela are the latest. Because when you chat GPT, I go like this. I go, chat GPT, excuse me. Um, is the takeover of Venezuela and Greenland a move towards one world government? No, no,
It's like
absolutely
most
not.
definitely not.
No, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, ChatGPT suggests that Venezuela is still run by Nicolas Maduro. He's still in charge.
Wow.
I saw him. He was like in shackles or something, but I guess he's still calling the shots. I don't buy that.
I don't know about that.
And then Greenland, what the hell are we doing there?
Yeah, it's like what was one of the headlines was like that we're going to invade Greenland. Invade? Like
I don't
it's
feel like
some
I'm under threat from that.
I know, like it's some enemy territory that we need to invade. That seems
Like
pretty gnarly.
when I go to sleep at night, I lock the door thinking about Greenlandians. I'm like, I don't want
Scared the
Greenlandians coming.
Greenlanders.
It has nothing to do with third world barbarians who snuck into this country illegally. I'm
No.
not worried about them at all. It's Greenlandians.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
So we need to. So that's another thing that you got to suspend your disbelief. If Trump's a dark horse, why are we prioritizing these foreign entanglements? You know, like we're about to get involved in a war with Iran too. That's gonna because we're gonna be support because Iran is like pissed at Israel. They're gonna like go to war with Israel, and we're gonna fund Israel's side in that war. You know, but Obama gave $1 billion to Iran back when he was president. So we're funding both sides of that war. It'll be some 25-year entanglement.
It's just like the book 1984.
It's always war.
It's always war.
So you get your 2 minutes hate.
Yeah.
That's what the news is.
Yeah.
Your 2 minutes hate.
Exactly.
Because in 1984, remember they went and watched the newsreels
Yeah.
and they would go in there and then remember the girls would get all mad. They would watch the newsreel and they'd get up and start yelling
Yeah.
because that's what they want to do. The newsreel is designed to get you all mad and filled with hate.
Yeah. 2 minutes of hate, although it's more than 2 minutes now.
Now it's like 24 hours of hate.
Yeah. 24 hours of hate. Did you ever hear this story about how Trump was predicted like many years ago as being like sort of like the
On The Simpsons?
no, it wasn't on The
The
Simpsons.
Simpsons in the 90s had him going down the escalator running for
Right,
president.
but
That's
no,
weird.
I'm talking about like way back in history. There was this book. I'm trying to remember what it
Was it
was.
Nostradamus? Did he say it?
Not that bad. It was like probably around like the sometime around the turn of the previous century. And
Like the early 1900s?
yeah, and they somebody wrote about a leader named Trump that was going to like do all this stuff and basically save the world. So it kind of makes me wonder,
It was probably written by those people from that country from 1948.
yeah,
And save the world means that kind of means that you guys get exterminated and we have the world for ourselves.
exactly.
But until you guys get exterminated, we need to go out to the island and get rid of those invasive species. And we're going to go ahead and pull the weeds because I think that's kind of what's going on. So, that country from 1948, they're trying to take over the world, but in the meantime, they want everything to look pretty.
You're right.
So they're like, you guys, we're going to preserve these coyotes in this area
Yeah.
because we want to make sure.
And we don't want your dogs pooping on the trails, and we've provided poop bags for
Yeah,
the
poop
coyote
bags.
poop because
Yeah.
when you see coyote poop, you need to pick it up because we don't want poop out there,
No,
you know.
because when you guys all die, we're going to want to go hiking.
Yeah.
So, that's another like suspension of disbelief is that the takeover of Venezuela and Greenland is not following a parasitic predatory pattern that those people from that country from 1948 kind of follow. They have a predatory pattern,
They do. They totally do.
and you can kind of make determinations about future behavior based on predatory patterns.
Exactly.
But you have to ignore those. Trump is allowing that.
Yeah.
He's saving Israel for
He's
last.
playing 5D chess.
He's playing 5D chess. He's been in charge the whole time. My mom was saying, I didn't see this, but she was saying he was like convulsing and like totally acting weird yesterday.
What?
There was a video of him like um where he was like flopping around like his medication wasn't working or something.
What kind of medication?
I don't know.
Maybe he's got those shaky things, the tremors that we saw.
Maybe he did take the pokies.
Maybe he did. That's so weird.
Maybe he did take the pokies. And maybe now it's starting to finally come home to roost.
So then that would mean that he really did believe in Operation Warp Speed.
Yeah. I think he drank the Kool-Aid. I think he's a puppet. Because look at how Jared Kushner's dad and him were in real estate. And the people from that country from 1948. Have you ever heard of a guy named Meyer Lansky?
Yeah,
Who was Meyer Lansky? He was like a gangster. The people from that country from 1948 have been operating like a mob
they totally have.
for over 100 years.
Mhm.
And real estate in New York and New Jersey is
Is
all
total
controlled
mob.
by the mob.
Yeah.
Why would Trump and his dad have a cozy relationship with them?
Mm.
Why would Kushner's dad have a cozy relationship with this mob? I think it's because they've been their puppet boys all along. Because it strikes me that Trump's dad was probably a scumbag
Hmm.
that stood for nothing and would do anything for money. And if it meant aligning himself with the mob, he had no problems with it. And then Trump was born into the privilege of those relationships.
Right.
So he was allowed to build Trump Tower. He was allowed to build what's his Trump Casino in New Jersey,
Hmm. Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago. He was allowed to build those because of his cozy relationship with this country from 1948 mafia that controls everything. That's what I'm starting to believe. He's not just a shrewd businessman. And if you read his book, The Art of the Deal,
Yeah.
it suggests that he's the Teflon Don and he knows how to navigate the tough waters with tough people. No,
Mm.
it's because he's in bed with those evil people that control everything. So the BlackRocks of the world,
Yeah.
he's their boy. Now, I hope I'm wrong. And he's holding them till last.
Yeah.
And
Black.
we got Nasera Jacera coming right around the corner.
Right.
Because that's the trust the plan. The trust the
Mhm.
plan is just hold on. It's right around the corner, but it's 2017. I've been saying that now it's 2025, but still just keep holding on. It's right around the
Well,
corner.
so that trust the plan whole thing, that's total controlled opposition because basically what they were trying to do is like get everybody calm down. You just calm down.
Take your Soma.
It's okay. We've got it all under control. You don't need to
Yes.
do anything. Just sit back, go back and sit on your couch and sit back and don't do
Yep.
anything because, the plan is unfolding and it's all under control.
And that's a placating.
Yeah,
That's how they blue pill.
placating, blue pilling, and keeping people from taking action. Like, don't do
Yes.
anything. It's all under control.
We've got it under control.
Yeah.
And you remember, because I was really active on social media. I had my
Yeah.
Gab profile
Right.
back in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole narrative on 2017, they had this meme that was the red wave, remember?
Uh-huh.
And it was the 2018 midterms was going to be the turnaround point, and Trump's going to begin taking over. Just don't worry. Everything's taken over. Oh, he's taken over. Dude, 2018, just be ready. Be ready. It's going to be incredible. And I was like, I hope you're right, but I don't believe you. And then 2018 came and went, and it was kind of like, remember my analogy of that guy back in the 1800s, and he's got 9 wives,
Yeah.
and he lives in Utah, and he's got a big compound out there, and he's like having sex with all of his 9 wives, and he's going, keep having sex with me. The end of the world is coming, June 4th, 1858 at 11:31 a.m. I know this. Now that exact time comes and passes and he goes, I know. Keep having sex with me. We got a 10-year reprieve. That's kind of what's going on with that.
Yeah.
They're just kind of always kind of saying
Moving the goalpost,
the
changing the
red wave is
timeline.
coming, or now, if you listen now, they're going, no, no, no. This is Trump's second term. He's got the gloves off now. This like I was talking with that Trump supporter the other day, and he was like, "This isn't the Biden presidency." He's like laughing. He's like, "Dude, wait until you see what's going to happen." And I'm tired of being told to wait and see what's
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah.
We've needed stuff to happen for 50 years. My whole life,
Yeah.
we've needed stuff to happen.
Well, also, like, there's like these little things that happen that get the base all pumped up and to continue on their blue pill.
Yes.
Look at the
The
wins. Look
wins.
at the wins.
Like, you know what the latest one is? It's like, well, look at Jerome Powell from the Fed. He's like really nervous because he has to go testify before Congress. First of all, testifying before Congress, I've seen Mark Zuckerberg and that Indian dude who runs
Ashton.
Microsoft.
Oh,
No, what
oh,
was his name? He runs Microsoft and he is an
oh
Indian
yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah.
Remember? Oh no, he runs Google.
Google.
I run Google and I'm an Indian dude.
Mhm.
And now I have to come and testify before Congress. And I remember all of the Alex Jones controlled opposition. They in the blue pilled cobalt blue Trump supporters.
Mhm.
They were like, "Oh, the Google guy's going down." But when they testify before Congress, it's always a big nothing burger.
Yeah. It's like because the people that are there to punish them are the people that like
Or in bed with them,
are, yeah, that help them
like the
do.
FDA.
Yeah. It's like,
It's like the FDA is filled with big shawarma executives who are going, I'm here to regulate big shawarma.
yeah. So how are you ever going to be punished if like the people in charge of doing the punishing are also the ones doing the crimes?
You know
You
what
know
it
what I
is?
mean?
Remember how Joe Rogan is where you go to listen to nothing for 2 hours?
Yeah.
Um, congressional hearings are where you go to see nothing for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because all you do is hear these softball questions, and it'll be Democrat questions are real softballs, but then you'll have guys like Mike Lee from Utah, and darn it, he's fighting for us. And they always have these guys who are fighting for us, like Matt Gates, and they're asking the tough
And Rand
questions.
Paul.
Nothing ever happens.
No,
Nothing.
no.
So That's where you go to listen to nothing for 2 hours.
I think what those things are for, I think they're sort of like pacifiers for the blue pilled people.
Yeah,
They've got to like show us that something's happening.
things are
They're
happening.
taking action. These people
Just
are,
sit back. We've got this under
yeah,
control.
these people are getting punished. It's, they're going
Oh,
to go
he's in the
down.
hot seat.
Yeah.
Whereas they probably went and had cocktails
Yeah,
afterwards.
totally. They went down the street to the steakhouse and had martinis and big
Yeah.
fat $100 steaks.
I watched a little Joe Rogan yesterday.
You did.
Yeah, I'll just kind
It's
of,
okay. I keep watching Candace too.
you know what I do? I want to just kind of, I'm curious. So I want to just kind of see what's going on.
Hmm.
So, he had Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
So,
He looks weird.
does he?
He
I didn't see him. I
he
just heard it.
he got like a facelift or something.
Oh my
Like
God.
his face looks he looks like a kind of girly now. It's weird. Like why would he do that? He looked so good before.
He probably had to take it up the poop chute because that's what those actors have to do. They all do.
And that
So,
makes his face look weird.
yeah, well, you take it out the poop chute, it starts to kind of change things like chemically in you. So that's probably what's going on. Some Jewish guy was probably, giving it to him.
I think he might be gay.
Probably is.
He looks like it.
But so the way that it's structured is Bradley Cooper banging movies, bro. Tell us your backstory.
Backstory.
No, but actually,
There's always a backstory.
he didn't totally do backstory right off the bat. So Joe Rogan's been listening to our episodes.
Yeah.
So he comes out and he goes, because remember how,
He tries to discredit our rabbit hole investigations.
well, no, I think he uses us for talking points
Yeah.
because he can't come up with talking points because he's retarded. So
Oh,
he
he's
goes,
autistic.
so yeah, so autistic, that's what they call him because he's not retarded. So he comes out and because remember we were talking about just in our last episode that the American people have the attention span
Gnats.
of a gnat.
Yeah.
So they don't remember
It's
anything.
really short.
Yeah. So that was his thing. He comes out and he goes, people's attention spans are so short these days.
Oh my
And
God.
it was like the way he started the
I wouldn't
conversation.
even be surprised if he starts using Nat.
Totally.
You know what I
They're
mean?
he's gleaning from us because we do actual thinking. He doesn't. So he's talking. So that's the way he begins the episode with Bradley Cooper is talking about, dude, I got to train my mind to get away from these 30-second clips and get into more long flow, long form information. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was exactly what we were talking
Yeah.
about. So anyways, he's talking to him about that. And then he starts getting into, see, I think part of his controlled opposition agenda is to get us to take brain chips because he keeps talking about
He
my
thinks
brain
they're good.
sucks.
Yeah.
Your brain sucks. He's going, my memory
It'd be so
sucks.
much better if we had a brain chip.
Dude,
He's mentioned that several times.
totally. And that's what he's talking about with him. He's going, my brain
So he's trying to
sucks.
get his followers on board with the idea that it's okay, it's normal, and it's cool, and it's going to be an improvement.
And you know
It's
what
going
I
to be an
notice about
improvement on
them?
us.
This is what I notice about them is they're every single time he has one of these big celebs on, the whole show, they're trying to relate to regular people.
Right.
That's what they do.
But they're not. They're either clones or they're
They sold
so
their soul.
they sold their souls so long ago and they're so entrenched in the culture club that they cannot relate to
There's
normal
no
people.
way you can relate.
No.
And even Bradley Cooper was kind of saying that he was like, because he just came out with a movie where he's a stand-up comic. I don't know what it's called,
Mm.
but he plays a stand-up comic, and he's trying to say, yeah, well, we tried to make it real, like, but the first of all, it's all actors in the crowd, so
Yeah.
it's not real.
Yeah.
That's not what real stand-up comedy's like, and you don't even know what real people are like anymore, bro.
Yeah.
You've been a big star since the 90s.
Hmm.
There's no way you can relate to a human anymore. And that's why Joe Rogan is where you go listen to nothing for 2 hours. But Congress is where you go listen to hearings for 2 hours and you think that,
Or 2 days.
or 2 days, and you're like, something's going to happen.
Hmm.
Dude, Mark Zuckerberg's going down. But he's like,
But it
no,
never happens.
I have my hair cut like Julius Caesar.
And I have my house with the blue tile roof in Hawaii
Blue
next to
tile roof.
Oprah
Yeah, I bought up like three
with the bomb
fourths of,
shelter.
yeah, what was that island over there? Kauai. He owns like almost the whole island now.
Oh
He's like,
God.
excuse me, this is mine. So, anyways, this whole thing about Trump being a dark horse, I think we've given it the honest devil's advocate review, but I still reject it. Are you convinced?
Convinced of
Him being a dark horse and he's just saving Israel for last and white hats are in control?
no.
I'm not
You
convinced.
know what? You know what does it for me is this is the smell test.
The
um,
litmus test.
yeah. Um, if it was just like one of these things, maybe I could kind of like look past it. Maybe. If it was just two of these things, possibly. But when it's like a whole list of things like this, how does that work?
Let's look at
You
Trump's
know,
backstory.
yeah,
Trump's backstory is kind of a German Shepherd moment like Candace Owens.
yeah,
Trump's backstory is he's born into the Culture Club.
right.
His dad was in the Culture Club. His dad was aligned with like the
Satan.
well, Satan for sure, but Satan uses those people from that country from 1948 mob.
Yeah,
That's one of his tools,
yeah.
and Trump is totally aligned with that. His dad is aligned with that, and then he's just born into that. He's born like uh, remember this guy Gerald Valente? He used to be on Alex Jones. I think his name's Gerald Valente or something like that. He's this
Oh,
little
the older
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He's like an old Italian guy. He made a good point one time. He goes, "You were born on third base and thought you hit a home run." That's Trump.
Yeah,
Trump was born on third base. He was born a millionaire. He's always had a millionaire. I think his dad gave him a bunch of money, stake to go buy real estate. Plus, he was able to navigate all the permits and all the regulations because, like, let's say I was a billionaire and I just wanted to go buy real estate in New York and New Jersey, I wouldn't be able to.
yeah,
They would not let me because it's controlled. So that right there, his backstory is a German Shepherd moment.
yeah.
So I've had a German Shepherd moment with Trump.
Well, I have too. I mean, the German Shepherd moment for me with him was, I think it was Operation Warp Speed.
Well, that's
That was kind of like
glaring.
that did it. But you know, I think you can't see all this whole list of things and just still believe that he's got some, you know, 5D chess plan in place. It's like there's too many things that prove against that, you
So
know?
you and I are in agreement that he's not the dark horse and he's a puppet of that country from 1948. Because if he's not a dark horse, that's what he is. What we just laid out is the truth of what he
Mhm.
truly is. So what is white pill?
White pill is you keep an open mind
Keep in mind.
and you stop making excuses for people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can we still be red velvet cake if Trump is in bed with those people from 1948?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can still be red velvet cake.
Yeah.
What you do is you say, okay,
You
well,
put the blue pills down
yeah,
and
deal with the
you
situation.
stop making excuses. Like, if somebody keeps doing you wrong, I mean, you have to stop making excuses for them at a certain point and realize that
Exactly.
they don't have your best interest in mind,
You know
you
what it
know?
reminds me of? Like when I first moved back east in 2011, I lived in what's called the Ironbound, which is a little section of Newark, New Jersey.
Mm,
And it was okay. My daughter got a really good education there because Cory Booker, who was the senator for New Jersey back then, I don't know if he's still there, but he took $200 million from Facebook and put it into the schools in Newark.
wow.
And my daughter just happened to be at the perfect time, got accelerated reading program. And now, even to this day, she's way advanced in her reading because of that foundational reading that she got
Wow.
at 5 and 6 years old in Newark, New Jersey,
That's cool.
which is cool. But I eventually had to move to kind of a wider area
Mm,
because a dude got stabbed on the street.
wow.
And then the final straw was we lived in a triplex. So it was like a unit on the bottom, a unit in the middle, and we lived on the top unit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like an apartment.
Hmm.
And the dude on the bottom got his house broken into and they stole like thousands of dollars of stuff from his house.
Wow.
So when that finally happened, I finally had to say, this is not safe for us to live here
Yeah.
anymore. We have to move. I couldn't put on a blue pill and say, everything is fine.
Right.
That didn't happen.
Yeah.
That guy didn't get stabbed right down the street,
Yeah.
but he did.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, that guy got stabbed like 75 feet from where my daughter plays.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
not having this.
Yeah.
So I moved us to a nicer area because I had to finally come to terms with the real situational awareness.
Hmm.
That's what we need to do.
Hmm.
Because otherwise, I mean, our house has got broken into. What are you going to do? You got to eventually say, you know what? I think we're going to have to move.
You can't keep making excuses.
You can't. And it might, and then somebody might say, it's a pain in the ass to move. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to move, but who cares if
It,
it's a pain in the
it's going to
ass?
be more of a pain in the ass if you get stabbed or if your house gets broken into.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I mean, sometimes you got to do stuff that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And I think taking our country back is going to be a pain in the ass,
Right.
but we're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
So that's white bill.
Like bill.
I think how do we take our country back? Assuming that all of our politicians, not just Trump, are in bed with that country from 1948. That's what I think.
Hmm.
I'm running on that assumption.
Well, you know what? I am too, and it's kind of a bummer because we did think that for a while that like Thomas Massey seemed to be
I think he was.
he was
I
aware
think he was. I think he was trying to, but then they killed his wife.
and
And
he
then he came out and he said, okay, okay, excuse me, there's nothing to see with my wife's death.
yeah,
She was just putting up drywall and then died the next day.
it was like he suddenly got paid off or something, and
There's nothing to see with, okay, so
that's sad.
I go on Tucker and I say that every single Republican member of Congress has an APAC handler that tells them exactly how they have to vote, otherwise they get primaried. And then 2 weeks later, my wife, who was just putting up drywall and like building our house, just she died. She got really sick and died.
Hmm.
There's nothing to see here, and please, please stop with the conspiracy theories. I have a new girlfriend now, and we're happy. And my wife, God love her, she's in heaven now, and there was nothing to see
It
here.
was just a complete 180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't have him as an advocate.
No.
It's kind of like when Kanye came out, he got a little too big for his britches,
Hmm.
and he went on Alex Jones with like a ski mask on his head
Yeah, and he had the net,
and
the
the Yahoo.
Yahoo.
That was pretty good.
It was kind of funny.
I thought that was funny, but
Yeah.
then he did a bunch of like incoherent rambling,
Yeah.
but he was saying a lot of stuff about that country from 1948.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, like 3 weeks later, he had to put out a tweet in Hebrew
Oh,
that said, that country from 1948 is perfect. And it has nothing to do with the fact that they told me that they're going to give me psychotropic drugs and lock me in a psych ward and take my kids away. Has nothing to do with that.
yeah.
They're just good people. So I can't be blue pilled. I can't be cobalt blue pilled and think, um, no, 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 no. Our politicians are all looking out for my best interest. They're all controlled by that country from 1948. The left is completely controlled by Satan. The right is controlled opposition. And they act like they're on your side, but they are actually working with Satan.
Totally.
So, white pill, we have to form alternative everything. We've talked about this a lot, but we have to be situationally aware. That's what we have to do.
And we have to support the people that are building this alternative
Yes.
world.
So, like, if you have a loved one who has some kind of a health issue, don't go to the doctor and big shawarma. Don't do that. And I know it's hard, but you have to look for alternative remedies. Or if your kid's going to school, you have to talk to them every day when they get home from school.
Hmm.
And you have to dispel all of the lies that they're being foisted on them. You
Hmm.
have to do that.
You have to serve your own form of Kool-Aid at
You
home.
have to. You have to, or you have to give them water to wash down the Kool-Aid.
Right.
You have to clean them out.
Yeah.
And then the other thing you got to do is you have to be situationally aware about our political situation. And I think we need to begin, I hate to use this term because it's been soiled, but we have to do a grassroots movement of taking our country back one city, one county, one state at a time,
Hmm.
and then get representative government back. And we have to, I know this is a tall order, but we have to have our Congress not be owned and operated by those people from that country from 1948. If you're taking any money from them, then you don't get to run for office anymore. That's, I think, the white pill.
That is the white pill. That's easier said than done because they've totally infiltrated like everything from, down to every little city.
So
So,
once you decide to run for office, even if it's city council, now suddenly the public has access to your bank account
yes.
and they can see every deposit and every withdrawal. And you just have to submit to that. And you have to wear body cam.
Body can't at least like during business
You
hours.
don't have to like while you're
Right.
having sex, but
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta be doing body cam while you're doing business.
Right.
You can't be having secret
I
meetings.
mean, cops wear body cam,
Yeah.
right?
And that's how we
During
do it.
during work.
And look at how effective body cam is for cops.
Yeah.
Look at the whole well, I don't want to it Porge Moit.
Yeah, those people's lives matter
Those people lives
guy.
matter.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for body cam, we would have probably had to like just take their word for it that he was just a victim.
Yeah. But we saw the
You
video.
see the whole thing because of the body cam. So that's going to be the way we're going to have to do it. We need to get transparency back into government because the way that the mob works is through cloak and dagger. And
Exactly.
the mob's controlling us. And
Yeah.
the mob is the people from that country from 1948.
Hmm.
Anything else on this one?
I think that was
That
good.
was good. So
Yeah,
basically what we did was we gave it the old try, you
we
know?
did.
It's kind of like watching Iron Man
Hmm.
and then saying this could really happen.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr. really is a superhero.
Uh-huh.
And then you just kind of entertain that and say, well, let's just assume Robert Downey Jr. is a superhero and okay, this is all real. Well, we kind of dispelled that myth.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is just an ex-drug addict, probably a drug addict again, because I saw him recently and he looks like he's 91 years old now.
Oh gosh,
I don't
really?
know why. Yeah.
Oh,
So he's not a superhero.
yeah.
So I've dispelled that myth. I'm no longer suspending my disbelief. Trump is in bed with that country from 1948, as well as all of our politicians from sea to shining sea.
Hmm.
And we need to be situationally aware of that. You agree with that?
I agree.
Good, good,
I
good.
concur if I
You
was like,
concur.
yeah, that was good.
Well, did we have anything else we wanted to talk about on this one? It seems like we're forgetting something.
Um,
What were we going to say
did
at
we
the
forget
end?
about how Donald Trump wore the little yarmulke when he went to that country from 1948 and
Yeah.
kissed the wall? I don't know why that image keeps coming to my mind, but I just think that is weird.
So
Like,
he does that, but then some lady asks him, "Did you ask God for forgiveness?" And he goes, "No, it's not authentic. I don't have to ask for forgiveness of
I
anything.
haven't done anything
I've
wrong.
never done it. I'm perfect. So yeah. So he goes over there. He kisses that wall. What else do we have? What were some of the other things that? Because we had some things at the end that kind of like you're not going to be able to suspend your disbelief.
I mean, I think we covered everything,
Good, good, good.
Yeah.
So basically, the long and the short of this episode is Q is controlled opposition. Trump is not saving those people from that country from 1948 for last. He's in bed with those people from that country from 1948.
And their MO is to colonize and take over the world, which is what Trump supposedly is starting to do.
Yeah, so like Greenland and Venezuela are expansions,
Yeah.
and they're in aggressive expansion mode
And then
of global takeover.
once you've got Venezuela, then, what's to stop you from just like taking over all of like South America?
Yeah, I
You
think
know what I mean?
from what I understand, most of the like rich people were in Venezuela.
Yeah.
They've already been fleeced. So I think South America is basically one big feudal colony.
Right.
That's just all
So
taken up.
probably what's going to happen is like if in fact we actually do take over Venezuela, then like that's like the strongest part of that area, then like the rest of it'll just sort of like come with it. You know what I mean?
Like look at
It'll
Brazil. Like so Bolsonaro is like in jail right now.
hmm.
They're trying to like execute that dude. I think he might have been a real dude. I think he might have been the real deal,
Hmm.
trying to do the right thing. He got stabbed on the campaign trail.
Wow.
Then this guy Lula, he's a convicted felon.
Yeah.
He just gets to run the country, and now you can't say anything. They have guys that escaped from Brazil, and they're doing interviews in America. They're like, I can't go back there. I'll go to jail. So Brazil is completely controlled and occupied. Probably the rest of South America is. So all they had to do, Venezuela was probably like the linchpin. They just control that whole, it's kind of like 1984.
Yeah.
So now Oceania is just one big thing.
Yeah. And
So
pretty soon we're all going to be just like Oceania. It's going to be like South
yeah,
America, North
so
America,
Greenland,
Greenland.
Canada, because I mean, Canada is totally occupied.
Oh, totally.
They're just like,
Yeah.
can we mail you a coffin?
Yeah.
And then the US is occupied. We just talked about that. Mexico, they got that lady from that country from 1948 running it.
Yeah. That's not really
So who's our
organic.
stronghold? You know who our stronghold is down there? El Salvador.
Oh,
That
wow.
dude's gnarly. Have you seen that guy? He
Yeah.
went in and he kicked all of the bad vatos out. And he has taken over and he did it through prayer and everybody prayed and they went and risked their lives and took the country back. I think he might be the real deal Holyfield.
That's hopeful. That's
That's
good.
white beard.
Yeah, that's white pill because I
And
always thought Mexico might be the one, but then when they got that woman president from who's from that country from
all you need
1948,
is one, all we need is a few people who are willing to do the right thing.
a few people who have some you know
Some
whats.
balls.
Yeah.
Because if you do the right thing, we can start to form a movement together and we can start to rise up against this evil.
Hmm.
All right, I'm rambling.
I like it.
I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.